Has the Trinamool come out looking the worse off for trying to stall the handing over of Sheikh Shahjahan to the Central Bureau of Investigation? It required an intervention from the Supreme Court for Sheikh Shahjahan to be handed over. What is the Trinamool so concerned about? What could Sheikh Shahjahan potentially reveal that could put the Trinamool in the dock? Joining us to talk about this is Riju Datta, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. With us also is Sanju Verma from the BJP, and we have Rajat Sethi, who's a right-leaning political analyst. I want to go across to Riju Datta first. Riju, because the Trinamool said that they didn't want to hand over Sheikh Shahjahan to the CBI. They refused to follow the Calcutta High Court's orders. And ultimately, because this went before the Supreme Court, the Trinamool was left with no choice but had to do it this evening. You know, does the Trinamool come across looking as if it is trying to save Sheikh Shahjahan? Because you're concerned that if he's handed over to the CBI, he may say things which are very uncomfortable for the Trinamool government in West Bengal?
Absolutely not. Who arrested Sheikh Shahjahan? It is the West Bengal government who arrested Sheikh Shahjahan. It is Mamata Banerjee who arrested Sheikh Shahjahan. Today, whatever happened in the last 48 hours was a procedural delay. Every person has the right, even when Amit Shah ji was sentenced behind bars, he also went to the higher court. So the West Bengal government went to the apex court. Apex court gave an order. There was procedural delay. His medical was done, and then
Okay. Yeah. Rajat Sethi, do you want to respond to that? The opening salvo from Riju Datta that this is process. They are entitled to go to the Supreme Court. They went to the court gave an order, they followed it. This is no big deal.
Please say to him, cut the crap, Riju. You understand what you're saying doesn't make any bit of sense. You took 50 days and enormous pressure of the entire nation. That's when you swung into action, when you understood that it is, it has crossed all possible humanitarian limits of tolerance against this individual, that you took action. And look at the High Court's reading into the issue. High Court clearly said that he was enjoying the patronage of the police, of the West Bengal police. West Bengal police was too biased. This is quote unquote from the High Court. Aren't you ashamed of the entire handling of this issue?
Sanju Verma,
Rahul, what happens
the Trinamool spokesperson says that this is process, that the High Court gave an order, they were entitled to challenge it before the Supreme Court, which is what they did. It's not as if they had anything to hide, they just explored the legal options that were available to them, Sanju Verma.
Okay, can I please come in now without being heckled? Thank you. Rahul, झूठ के पैर नहीं होते, हिंदी में कहावत है. And I think the Trinamool Congress government, or should I call it the draconian regime under an absolutely, thoroughly, utterly incompetent Mamata Banerjee, has lost both the political and moral high ground. Rather than giving lame excuses, Mamata Banerjee, by virtue of being the Home Minister and Chief Minister, should know law and order is a state subject. Point number one. Point number two, on the 26th of February 2024, barely a few days back, the Chief Justice of the Kolkata High Court, no less, T.S. Sivagnanam, clearly said that there was no ban or bar on the arrest of Shahjahan Sheikh in cases pertaining to rape. There was only a temporary stay pertaining to the SIT investigation pertaining to the murderous assault on the Enforcement Directorate. So let us keep the two issues separate. Don't conflate the issues to try and hoodwink the general public. I want to say one thing. When Section 144 was imposed 20 days back in an ad hoc and arbitrary manner, what did the Kolkata High Court say? It castigated the Mamata Banerjee regime, saying there are no valid grounds for imposition of Section 144. Today, the Kolkata High Court has actually allowed the Enforcement Directorate to file a contempt petition in the court, because despite the Kolkata High Court clearly saying Shahjahan Sheikh should be handed over to the CBI.
Okay, so let Riju Datta respond to this. This assertion that it comes in the public eye. No matter what you say, Riju Datta, it seems as if the government of Mamata Banerjee was trying to shield a criminal. The fact that you didn't want him to be handed over to the CBI because you thought he could spill open some beans which you wanted to be hidden in the closet.
Mr. Kamal, I hope you will also give me the absolute time that you have given the BJP without any hashing or hexing, because I don't do that. The question is, Andheri Nagari Chaupat Raja Roj Baje Nari Shakti Ka Baja. You know, the people who are lecturing us here, they don't see Manipur. Rajat Sethi is giving dialogues here when the Olympians were sitting on the road in Delhi saying Brijbhushan Saran Singh has molested us. If that would have been his sister, he doesn't feel ashamed then. My question is, we are arrested and accused, and you give tickets to rapists to sit in the parliament. You make, BJP has done a caricature of Ma Sharoda in West Bengal. They give Pawan Singh, a person who makes vulgar videos about Bengali women, a candidate in Assam.
Rahul, I need to comment. He's made allegations at BJP.
Let me finish, please. Let me please finish.
Can I please come
So
in?
if I go by that line, and if you say that by the words of Rajat Sethi and Suman Sanjuji, that Mamata Banerjee is incompetent, then taking into notion what has happened in Kanpur, where 2 minor girls were gang raped and hanged. Well, when rapists of Bilkis Manohar Garland did the most incompetent...
Okay, so Rajat Sethi, do you want to respond to this? That when it comes to Manipur or the wrestlers, that time there isn't a problem. Now suddenly everyone's worried about Nari Shakti. Rajat Sethi, why is Nari Shakti so half-baked in terms of how the BJP approaches it? That's the TMC's question. Rajat.
Well, I'll specifically restrict my answer to Manipur because that is what is being raised here. Let me tell you, when the incident unfolded on that very day itself, the Chief Minister stood out and said, I want death penalty. And if the case cannot be tried in Manipur, I willingly hand it over to the CBI. And the CBI took the case outside of Manipur, and the trial is happening. The charge sheets are being filed in the Assam High Court. So stop this nonsense, Riju, out there, and your half-baked peddling of lies that go on national television. Your head should be hanging in shame right now, and you have the audacity to compare two incidences against women and trying to champion a women's cause out here. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so one second. I can't have both guests speaking at the same time. In the interest of fairness, let Sanju come in and respond to the point that Riju made as well about how the approach to Nari Shakti seems to be very self-selective, that you pick certain issues when it suits you, when it doesn't suit you, like Manipur rapes or like women wrestlers protesting, then suddenly there's no talk of Nari Shakti. Sanju Verma.
Thank you, Rahul. Rahul, now, I did not heckle Riju. I'm sure he'll extend the courtesy to me. There are 2 issues to this entire fracas that has happened in Sandesh Khali. A crime has happened, and it has happened over the last 5-10 odd years under the incompetent nose of Mamata Banerjee. The second issue is, how is the ruling chief minister, the only woman chief minister of a state in India, responding to the crisis in Sandesh Khali? Now, let me tell you that when the Manipur incident happened, I was on your show, I was on a zillion debates, without bothering about political affiliation or ideology, without bothering about the fact that I am the bona fide national spokesperson of BJP, I said, hang the perpetrators by the noose. Now look at the reaction of TMC sympathizers. They are coming and saying, Sandesh Khali mein to kuch hua hi nahi. You're trying to shove everything under the red carpet. Now let me tell you that I always believe the devil is in the detail. I will just take 30 seconds. Mamata Banerjee has an absolutely pathetic track record. When the Suzette Jordan gang rape Park Street case happened in 2012, she said, oh, Suzette Jordan used to, frequent pubs and restaurants, and she was used to drinking alcohol. She had multiple partners. So was it really a rape? This is called victimizing a rape victim. Now when the Hansa Khali gang rape happened in 2022, what she said, I will repeat in Bengali, eta ki rape chilo, na meta ki pregnant chilo, na eta lava affair chilo. So basically, Rahul, wait now for 10 seconds. Wait for 10 seconds. After the Hansa Khali gang rape, where the key accused was the son of a senior TMC councillor, Mamata Banerjee victim shamed a student studying in class 9, saying, oh, maybe, this girl was just making reckless allegations because perhaps she was pregnant or it was a love affair gone wrong. How shameful can a woman chief minister like Mamata Banerjee be? She is shaming the victim.
Okay, so Jayanto Ghoshal, how is this beyond what's being said by the BJP and the Trinamool on camera? What's happening behind the scenes in West Bengal politics? Tell us what we don't know. Not what they're saying on camera. How is this playing out? Because this is really bad optics. Mamata Banerjee's government not wanting to hand over Sheikh Shahjahan to the CBI, the Supreme Court forcing them to do so. This just doesn't look very good in the public eye.
At the outset, I should say that I didn't know Madam Sanju Verma speaks Bengali so well. She has said 2-3 Bengali words. That's good.
Thank you.
This BJP and TMC spokespersons. It's a more political discourse. But I'm telling you that exactly today, it's a BJP advantage situation, and it's a very difficult. I know Riju very well, and he is very honest on his arguments. But for him today, it's a very difficult situation, and he's defending. But the political scene is, the perception. The end of the day, it's a perception. That the perception is that why this approach that you are going to Supreme Court, then, today ED and CBI inside the court, they have said that if we cannot get him today, then there is a technical problem that 10 days, if he is under investigation of CID, then technically we cannot get him because there is a legal procedural aspect. But the perception is that Prime Minister, he is a very popular leader in this country. In Bengal also, there is a strong followers of Narendra Modi, and he does homework, and he is saying on Rani Rashmani, Ma Sharoda. So it's a politically, he is intelligently connect the woman issue, and very with all modesty, he's never hyper. And this is very important in Bengal. It's not Jai Sri Ram. It's a woman issue.
Okay. Do you want to respond to that, Riju Datta Jayanto's point that on the issue of women's safety, security, protection, that is where Mamata Banerjee is now having to bat on a weak wicket. That's where the BJP is looking stronger and pushing Mamata Banerjee on the defense, which used to be her forte.
Okay, now let me give you some numbers. Today Modi ji came, he gave a speech about Nari Shakti and everything, and I saw a hint of fear as well. But all he does is talk. What did Mamata Banerjee do today morning? For the women of Asha and Anganwadi workers, she has increased 750 rupees salary per month. For ICTC helpers, she has increased 500 rupees salary per month. For Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Narendra Modi ji, as per the RTI that I have with me, 80% is spent on advertisements. For Kanyashree, 85 lakh women in Bengal are benefited. Today, when Narendra Modi ji was speaking in Barasat, there was a huge contingency of Sikh community women who wanted to meet Narendra Modi ji, because Narendra Modi ji is my Prime Minister as well, we want to complain when Shubhendu Adhikari called every Sikh turban-wearing people Khalistan. Why didn't he meet them? Let me finish, Sanjuji, 10 seconds. BJP issued a list of Lok Sabha candidates, 195 names. Out of which how many are women? 28, that is 14%. And in Bengal, 2 out of 22, that is 0.09%. We sent 4
I need to come in.
Okay.
I need to come in.
Let Sanju Verma respond to this, that you're talking Nari Shakti, but look at who's sending more women MPs, whether it's to the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. The BJP says, the Trinamool says you're not walking the talk, whereas Didi actually is. Sanju Verma.
Okay, Rahul, I heard what Riju said. The good thing is that Riju and me, when we are on your show, we have a same debate, despite the fireworks. Now, I have a couple of points to make. This entire falsehood, this narrative, Narendra Modi ne to aurton ke liye kuch kiya nahi, beti bachao, beti padhao is a hoax. I will take 30 seconds to nail the lies of my good friend Riju and of the TMC and Rahul Gandhi and his cabal. 52 crore Jan-Dhan bank accounts, 72% belong to poor Dalit and Adivasi women. More than 10 crore Ujjwala gas connections given in the last 10 years. More than 2 crore Sukanya Samriddhi accounts opened, irrespective of which way interest rates go. Sukanya Samriddhi beneficiaries get interest rate at the rate of more than 7 or 7.5%, what have you. Then you have 43 crore Mudra bank loans given, out of which 30 crore Mudra loans given to the marginalized sections of the women folk in India, who passed the Nari Shakti Adhinayam, the Women's Reservation Bill, which was first introduced way back by Deve Gowda in 1996. It took the stature of a Narendra Modi, the conviction of a Narendra Modi, and the prowess of a Narendra Modi to finally see that the Nari Shakti, The Women's Reservation Bill came to fruition in 2023 because of our government. And last but not the least, I just want to ask you one thing, Rahul Kanwal. Forget everything. 2021 NCRB data, 3.8 lakh sexual assault cases from Bengal alone.
Okay, so you've heard from the BJP, you've heard from the Trinamool. Alas, I'm out of time because we also had a long interview with Justice Gangopadhyay before we dived into our political debates. We've heard different perspectives. I want to thank our guests.